Have you ever said something and the moment the words left your mouth, you wished you could take them back? One sentence, one emotional reaction, one careless moment, and suddenly your reputation is damaged. Your respect is reduced. Your dignity is questioned, all because of a few words spoken without thinking. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt." Think about that. Sometimes silence is not weakness. Silence is intelligence. Sometimes staying quiet can protect your peace, your future, and your character. In the next few minutes, you will discover why mastering silence can become one of the most powerful skills in your entire life. In today's world, everyone wants to speak. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants to share opinions. Social media gives everyone a voice, but it also encourages people to speak without thinking. We comment, we argue, we react, and often we regret. Very few people truly understand the power of silence, because silence is often misunderstood as weakness. But Abraham Lincoln saw it differently. He believed that silence was a sign of intelligence. He once said, "Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt." This quote is simple, yet incredibly deep. It teaches us that not every thought needs to be spoken, not every emotion needs to be expressed, and not every argument deserves our response. When you choose silence, you create space to think. You give your mind time to analyze the situation. You allow your emotions to calm down. And in that moment of calm, you avoid mistakes that could damage your reputation, your relationships, and your future. Many people lose respect not because they lack intelligence, but because they speak too quickly. They react emotionally. They respond impulsively. They speak before understanding. And once words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. That is why silence is often the wiser choice. True intelligence is not about talking the most. It is about knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. Sometimes your silence will protect your dignity. Sometimes your silence will prevent conflict. Sometimes your silence will save relationships. And sometimes your silence will be your greatest strength. In a noisy world where everyone is trying to be heard, the person who masters silence stands out as calm, wise, and powerful. Because silence is not emptiness. Silence is control. Silence is clarity. Silence is wisdom. And when you understand this, your life will begin to change. Throughout his life, Abraham Lincoln faced more failure, rejection, and criticism than most people ever experience. He lost multiple elections. His businesses failed. He was mocked for his appearance. He was attacked for his ideas. Many people doubted his intelligence. They questioned his leadership. They laughed at his dreams. And yet, he did not fight every insult. He did not respond to every accusation. He did not argue with every critic. Instead, he chose silence. Instead of reacting emotionally, he chose patience. Instead of defending himself with words, he focused on improving himself through action. There were moments when the pressure was unbearable, when the attacks were personal, when the criticism was cruel. But Lincoln understood something most people never learn. You don't have to attend every argument you are invited to. Sometimes the strongest response is no response. When people insult you, they are often revealing their own pain, their own fear, their own insecurity. By staying calm, you rise above the noise. By staying silent, you keep your dignity. Lincoln knew that real power comes from emotional control. He knew that reacting in anger would only weaken his position. So he waited. He observed. He learned. And he grew stronger. And over time, his actions spoke louder than any argument ever could. History did not remember his critics. History remembered his courage, his wisdom, and his character. This teaches us a powerful lesson. Silence gives you strength. Because when you are silent, you are not wasting energy on pointless conflict. Silence gives you control. Because you choose your response instead of being controlled by emotion. Silence gives you clarity. Because in quiet moments, you think better, decide better, and act better. In a world full of noise, anger, and constant reaction, silence becomes a rare superpower. It protects your peace. It protects your reputation. It protects your future. And when you learn to master silence, you master yourself. Every single day, life will test your emotions. There will be moments when people misunderstand you, when they judge you, when they criticize you, when they try to provoke you. And in those moments, your heart will race, your anger will rise, your mind will demand a reaction. But pause, because in that single moment, you are standing at a crossroads. You have two choices. You can react emotionally and speak words that you may regret for years, or you can stay silent, stay calm, and stay in control. And that choice will define your character. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. It takes power to control your emotions. It takes wisdom to hold your tongue. It takes courage to walk away when your pride wants to fight. But remember this. Every time you choose silence, you protect your dignity. Every time you stay calm, you protect your reputation. Every time you control your words, you protect your future. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your response. Some people only want a reaction. They want to pull you into their negativity. They want to drag you down to their level. But when you refuse to react, you rise above. When you stay silent, you win. Because walking away in peace is far more powerful than standing your ground in anger. True strength is not shown in shouting louder. True strength is shown in staying calm when everything inside you wants to explode. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember, your silence is your shield. Your calm is your weapon. Your control is your victory. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay wise. Because when you master your emotions, you master your life. The lesson is simple, yet powerful. Think before you speak. Pause before you react. Reflect before you respond. In today's fast-moving world, we often speak without thinking, react without understanding, and respond without wisdom. But once words leave your mouth, they cannot be taken back. Your words carry incredible power. They can heal hearts. They can inspire change. They can build relationships. But they can also destroy trust. They can break confidence. They can create wounds that last a lifetime. That is why wisdom is not about speaking loudly. Wisdom is about speaking carefully. True intelligence is knowing when to stay silent. Because silence gives you time to understand the situation. Silence allows emotions to calm down. Silence helps you choose the right words at the right moment for the right reason. Sometimes, the strongest answer is no answer. Sometimes, walking away quietly is the greatest victory. And sometimes, your silence will speak louder than any words ever could. So protect your peace. Protect your dignity. Protect your future. Choose your words wisely. Because, in the end, the way you speak shapes the life you live. If this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs strength, clarity, and peace today. Remember, silence is strength. Calm is power. Wisdom is control. In a world full of noise, choose to be wise. Choose to be calm. Choose to be in control. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another message that can change your mindset and improve your life. Thank you for spending these moments with us. Stay calm, stay wise, and always choose your words carefully.